Hey, it's Ray with Sober Without God, and welcome to my channel. And today we are going to talk about what you lose when you leave religion. And if you are having trouble with religious trauma, I encourage you to visit recoveringfromreligion.org. They deal with people who have religious trauma, and that could be you, because today's topic will deal with maybe something you're going through. What do you lose when you leave religion? I was a fundamentalist Baptist Christian for over 40 years. In fact, I was a minister at one point, a pastor, and my journey took me to a place of unbelief and deconstruction, and I just don't believe anymore. And that journey took a very long time. I didn't lose as much as some people lose, and some people lose a lot. In fact, there are people currently who I know who don't believe, and they would consider themselves an agnostic or an atheist, and they still go to church. Or there are some people who are pastors who don't believe, but they're afraid to come out and they're afraid to say anything because they're afraid that they will lose their family, or they're afraid to lose the love of their spouse or their partner or their children or their family at large, because religion is so important to so many people. And there are people, if you all you have to do is listen to the Atheist Experience on YouTube and go back and listen to some shows, and you can hear people call in and share about their experience of coming out as a kid as an atheist in their own home, and telling their parents that they are an atheist and being kicked out of their own home. What a shame. Um, I I had some uncomfortable conversations with people. I didn't want to. In fact, I don't advertise it. I don't. I'm not the kind of person who goes out and shakes the hand of every person I know and say, "Hey, my name's Ray. I'm an atheist." I don't do that because your own personal beliefs are your own personal beliefs, and keep them to yourself. I'm on YouTube talking about it. Uh, you can click the link and enjoy it and see the title. If you want to listen to it and do it, and that's the option you have on a social media platform, is watch it or don't watch it. But if I'm out in a public space, I'm not going to approach someone and talk to them about being an atheist or why I'm an atheist. Now, if someone wants to walk up to me and ask me, "Hey, what do you believe?" then we can have a decent, conversation about belief or non-belief or whatever. But I just think that beliefs about religion or that kind of thing, people ought to keep to themselves, honestly. And that, unless you are out seeking for that kind of information um, online, then then that's where it ought to stay. It ought to stay at home on your computer screen or on your phone or on your tablet, and that's where it ought to be. And so that's why I'm here. You click this link and you want to see a video about deconstruction or deconversion or evangelicalism or atheism or whatever, and here you are and you're seeing it. But if you met me in real life, I wouldn't say a word about it, um, unless you, for some odd reason, were to ask me why I believe or what I believe. And that has happened to me one time since I became an atheist, and someone asked me offhand what I believe, and I told them very simply, and that's where the conversation ended. So, but there are a lot of people who lose a lot when they leave a religion, and there's some very deep ties that are cut for some people, and their family rejects them out of hand, or their family doesn't know what to say because it's part of their family bond that has kept them going, and their family takes it very personally when they stop believing in the faith that they raised them to believe in. Um, the old verse from Proverbs, train a child in the way they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it. And parents take that verse very seriously. And if the child wanders away from the faith, they think they failed that child somehow. And you may find yourself in that situation where you stop believing, and your parents or your family or people in your life just reject you completely because you've wandered away from the faith. And if you're there, I'm sorry that that's happened to you. And you can get help from recoveringfromreligion.org. It's free help. They're there to help. help you, and I hope you can find some help there. You also can lose community. Community is one of the things that you can also lose. Um, church. Oh, I don't, it's a great place to be for community. I remember some great potluck meals, and I great time singing, and you would praise and have worship time, and everybody got together once a week. And the non-religious community just doesn't seem to have meeting in public down yet. We get online and we chat, and we discuss, and we argue, and we do whatever, but we just don't seem to have that community thing down yet. That's one of the things you can't lose, and unless you're intentional and out there looking for a community, you will miss having community with people. There are some cities, if you're in a larger city, that have community gatherings for non-believers, and those can be very helpful. But if you're in a smaller community like I'm in, there's just no community gathering for the non-religious. And in fact, if they found out you were non-religious and having a gathering, they might not look so kindly on it. So you also can lose community, and so you need to be very intentional about finding some form of community. Also, I want to say about the good thing is, I know when I left religion, I lost this sense of a invisible deity looking over my shoulder. I lost that. And I also lost a lot of guilt and shame. Um, I've worked through some of that too, because religion breeds in you a sense of guilt and shame um, over your life. And I have videos on that that I've done before, so if you want to go back and look for those. But just this idea that there's a deity watching over you 24/7, that whole thing is gone. And I can't tell you what a relief that was for me, to have the feeling of this deity watching over you just vanish. And it was actually quite a relief on the positive end of things you lose. One of the things that you don't lose is the sense of morality. And people say, well, you don't have a sense of morality anymore. No, still have a sense of morality. I want to kill and maim and harm the same number of people I wanted to kill and maim and harm as I did before. And that number is still 0. And same sense of morality that I had before is there. And I just want, my sense of morality is, I have a sense of worth and love and kindness and hope and help for the people around me. And I hope that those people want no harm for me either. And that's the kind of world and life that we want for the people around us. And I hope that that's the kind of world that those people want for me as well. So, you do lose some good and you lose some bad when you leave religion. But the most important thing is, what is the best decision? What is the best decision for you is to work through your belief system and come to a place where you're comfortable. And if that place for you is in religion, then by all means, stay in religion. If that place for you is outside of religion, then by all means, outside of religion is where you should be. But do it after careful thought and study and planning, and be gentle with yourself, be kind with yourself. Love yourself through the process, seek out the wisdom of others, and just know that you do not have all the answers, that no one really has all the answers. And at the end of the day, you just need to be comfortable with you, and you have to live with yourself, and you need to love yourself. And that's what it's all about. And I encourage you on whatever journey you are and wherever you may end up. And I respect that journey that you find yourself on. And I'll see you next time on Sober Without God.